Hey guys, it's Abel here. We are back for another haul video. So I realized that I have a shit ton of books that I've bought from the thrift store and I haven't done a haul video on it yet. Um, I literally just got the idea before I got in the shower, and I was like, I have a shit ton more books to show off in a haul video. Why haven't I done that yet? Probably because I don't know what books I've shown you and which books I haven't. I know I haven't shown you any of the new ones that I bought. I bought these months ago. But all my other books are like in the hall closet or in the closet in my brother's room, so I haven't really, there's nowhere to put them, so I haven't really had the time. But I just bought 2 new books today, and I wanted to show off all the rest of the books that I got because I do haul videos. So yeah, let's get right into it. I literally had to move everything that was on my my shelves are fucking insane right now. And he's playing in a box. Okay. My brother's cat is so funny. He's just laying in a shoebox. Yeah, maybe this will actually also make me want to read because I've been wanting to read more, but it's been hard to. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I think I'll just show off the books that I got today and work my way from there. Maybe I'll find a way to reorganize it or whatever. I have 3 other books coming, but it's not until next week, and I don't want to wait until next week to film this video because, yeah, it's easier if I just do the videos now and get it over with. My room is a fucking pigsty. Jesus Christ, I have so much shit. Like, look at that. Just so much shit just piled there. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's get right into it. So, first things first. We've got Tom Felton's Beyond the Wand. I literally had to get this book because I fucking love Tom Felton with my life. And this is about his life, you know, life as growing up as Draco Malfoy. And I'm so excited to read it. Yeah. Next, we have a book called Perfect. I love books that deal with mental issues. I love books that are depressing as shit and make me cry or make me relate to said character. This is one of those people. It's about a girl that suffers with an eating disorder. Yeah. This book's not mine. My friend gave it to me, but he lended it to me to read it, and I've only gone through 1 chapter. So, yeah. Next we've got is The Warriors, The Lost Warrior, manga. I've read these when I was literally in elementary school and middle school, and these are like one of my favorite things. The Warrior series itself, I think, is my all-time favorite book series because, obviously, it's got to do with fucking warrior cats. Duh. Yeah. Next, we have a book called Blackbird. I think it's a horror book. You wake up on subway tracks in Los Angeles with no memory of who you are. A backpack is at your feet. Inside is a set of clothing, $1,000 in cash, and a phone number. The instruction says, "Do not call the police." As you try to figure out your identity, the questions swirl. What is your name? How'd you get there? There's a tattoo on your wrist of a blackbird in the code. There's only one thing you know: people are trying to kill you, and this is how you stay alive. So yeah, this seems pretty interesting. I love mystery, thriller, action books. And it seems pretty cool, pretty interesting. Most of these books, I got from thrift stores. There's a lot of thrift stores around where I live, and you literally get those for either like $10, literally less than $10. Most of these are literally under $10, depending on where you find them. And then little stickers on the bottom are like either 25% off, 50% off, or if it's a white tag, I think it's like, if it's under $10, I think it's like free or something like that. This book is called Project 17. There's a movie about this. I watched the movie. It's just as fucked up. So I have to read the book for myself and see how more fucked up it is. Because I love reading the difference between the books and the movies. I'm pretty sure most things that have books on movies is that the books came first. So I'm excited to read that because the movie was really fucked up. Next, we have a book called No Bad Deed. This is also a horror book. Something about a serial killer. We love it. Gotta love those. Next is a book called Ever True. I think this is a series book. Yeah. So this is the third book in this series. I think it's a fantasy book that has to do with I don't know, something about survival. It seems pretty interesting enough. I don't know if you know, but I'm not like one of those people that judges a book on its cover. So I don't know. If it sounds just interesting enough to me, then I'll be the type of person to read it. So yeah. Next we have a book called The Leaving. So this has to do with kindergartners that went missing, and they're trying to figure out if they're dead or alive. It's pretty interesting. We gotta love that. Next we have The School for Good and Evil. This is book 5. There's like 6 books in the series, and they just came out with a movie on Netflix that I haven't watched yet, but I will get into. I think I have books 1, 3, and 5. I think there's either 6 or 7 books in the series, but we'll see how good it is. Seems pretty interesting to me. Next we have Where the Crawdads Sing. I also watched the movie. It was pretty fucked up. So I have to get the book for myself. And yeah, I'm excited to read that. Next is Hatchet by Sarah Paulson. No, by Gary Paulson. Sorry, I was thinking of Sarah from American Horror Story. Gary Paulson. My teacher read me this book in 5th grade, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's where you try to survive a plane crash, and you're trying to figure out if how to stay alive. So it was pretty interesting, and I loved that book a lot. So yeah. Next we've got Geek Girl's Guide to Murder. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Not implying anything, but who knows? Next we have is Good Girl Gone Bad. This is also another crime-fighting serial killer book. Serial killer books are my favorite thing ever. Lisa Gardner, I think she's also called one of a good horror author. What's it called? Find her. Someone who was kidnapped for 472 days and tries to figure out what the fuck happened. So yeah, love that. Oh, hi Bean. Next we've got a book called Trust Me. Someone who's accused of murder, and if you can spot the liar or not. Seems pretty interesting enough. Yeah. Oh, going everywhere. Next is a book called Bad Girls Don't Die, which has to do with a lot of family dysfunctions and school dysfunctions, which is what I love because, obviously. Got another book called Cruel Summer. I think they're also coming out with a TV series about this, or a movie, one of those two that comes out soon. Something that has to do with finding out a suicide that's actually a murder. Seems pretty interesting enough. You get the gist. Next we've got a book series. The Last Human. So we've got Oasis and Limbo. It's pretty interesting because it's got to do with being one of the last people that's in one area that's of the earth that's habitable, and they're trying to figure out if the earth is really inhabitable or if people are just delusional and crazy, which is pretty interesting enough. Next we have a couple of the Among the Hidden, or Haddocks Among the Blank books. I have either 2 more of these in a box somewhere, or 1 more of these, because I know I have Among the Hidden. This one's Among the Enemy, Among the Brave, and Among the Betrayed. There's Among the Imposters, Barons, Enemy, Among the Free. There's so many of these, but these are cool. I think, yeah, you live in a world where you're only allowed to have 2 children, and if you have more than that, then they get taken away. And I think the person that wrote the story, or the character in the story, is the 3rd child who has to stay hidden from, the police or whatnot that try to take you away. Next we have, Harry, don't even think about it. Miss Pellegrine's Peculiar Children. This one is Home for Peculiar Children. This one is Hollow City. I think these are somewhat horror stuff. Lots of horror stuff, which is pretty interesting. So yeah. Next we have a book called The Awakening. There's a couple, I think this is a thing in a series. Something about seeing ghosts and whatnot, and that she's a necromancer, which I think is pretty cool. Next we have a book called Snow and Rose. I think it's about people that actually live in a fairy tale. They're like, yeah, this is their story of enchanting woods that have been waiting for them to break a set of terrible spells. Seems pretty interesting enough. I like fantasy books. Speak. I also watched a movie of this the other day. It's about a girl who becomes depressed, who started freshman year, was raped at a party, and she's trying to figure out, everything just kind of falls apart, and then, you know, yeah. It's a good movie, and this is one of the books that I was wanting for a while, so I'm excited to read that. Next, we have a book called Fragile Darkness. Next, we have a book called Fragile Darkness. It is about a psychic that can see things before they happen, which is pretty interesting. Next, we have Brain on Fire. I've always wanted this book because I watched the movie and I fucking loved it. Susan Callahan, literally, like, her brain, half of her brain is on fire, and she becomes so, like, she's just, like, a regular 24-year-old girl living her life in New York, you know, whatever, and then suddenly she has all these mood swings, and people don't have any fucking idea what it is. They think she's, like, bipolar, or schizophrenic, or, all that good stuff, and then they find out, you know, her right side of her brain is inflamed. So, yeah. Next, we have a novel called In the Dark, Dark Woods. Pretty sure you can, you know, tell what this is about. Love horror stuff. And then we have a book called 7 Dirty Secrets. Oops, sorry. Next, we have a book called 7 Dirty Secrets. One caused the fall, one did nothing, one saw it all, one didn't care, one used her head, one played the hero, and one was left for dead. So yeah, this is by Natalie D. Richards. I read a couple of her other books, like 5 Total Strangers. One was lost 6 months later. What You Hide and Gone Too Far. I love her books. She's amazing. I have a couple of them. Next we have is a trilogy which is called The Paladin Prophecy. Seems pretty interesting enough. It's a nice yeah, it's like, I think it's mixed with, like, it's a very, like, I don't know, gotta do with, like, war stuff and magic, which is pretty cool. Next I got a book called The Lovely Bones. I have not watched the movie yet, but I know there is a movie. I haven't watched it yet because I was told it was very fucked up, but I do have the book of it, so yeah. I'm trying to make this so it doesn't fall over. Next is The Darkest Minds Through the Dark. I don't know if this is a book trilogy or not, because I watched The Darkest Minds, the movie, and it was really good, so I don't know if there's, like, other books in the sequel or whatnot, but yeah. Next is Pokemon Collection, Collector's Edition. My friend bought me this for, I think it was either for my birthday or Christmas. One of those two. There's that one, and then we have X and Y Adventures Volume 1, Mew Mew Power, one of my favorite, like, really old animes that's not on anymore that you can watch on YouTube, and then One Punch Man number 4. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I think. I don't quite remember, but fuck, keep doing that. But yeah, those are all the books that I have for now. Maybe it'll actually give me motivation to fucking read them. There's a couple of them that I'm actually really excited to read, so I might actually do that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Also, bell so you're notified of my videos daily. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.